Hi, Mark here, Thursday, July the 23rd, 8:20 a.m. Eastern. Let's have a look at the performance of the US dollar going into the new trading day, starting on the index. And there you see a continuation of the uptrend, been in place for over a week now. Gave up a little bit yesterday, perhaps some profit taking, but certainly back on the front foot right now and trading above the ascending trend line, which has been in place for the past week. I've got support at 174 and I've got resistance now at 101.22. Now that the US session is underway, we'll see whether this does continue demand for US dollars and a test, perhaps a break or maintain above this 101 level, continue with demand, or if we get a turnaround from strong to weak US dollar and a bounce down off this resistance level, and sellers look to go back below that 101 level, looking down at support. But strong US dollar to start today. Let's have a look at the majors, and I'm starting on the euro against the US. There you see a continuation of the downtrend. That's selling euro, buying US dollar strength. I've got resistance at 114.35, and I've got support sitting right now at 113.83. Red candlestick, selling euro, buying US dollar. Strong support level has held since beginning of July. Buyers have protected the support area. We'll see whether we see the same today. If buyers do step in and look to get back above that 114 and look back up at resistance. Pound against the US. And here we're seeing a similar pattern in terms of US dollar strength, downtrend in place. I've got resistance at 133.95, just under that 134 level, and I've got support at 133.41. Again, strong support level has held through July. So far, buyers have protected this, being tested again. We'll see whether the strong US dollar continues here, selling pound, buying US, and sellers can break below this support level and push lower. Looking down at that 133, or if buyers do step in, so from strong to weak US dollar, and buyers of pound look to bounce up off this support area and look back up at the 133.95 and look back up at the 134 resistance area. US dollar against the yen. And here again, strong US dollar. You can see really strong. Yesterday took a bit of a breather, continuing today. I've got support at 162.98. I've got resistance at 163.61. That's really high for the pair. No fight back from the yen at this point. We'll see whether this can continue. When we do see prices at these levels, always the talk or threat of Bank of Japan intervening, which would see a drastic turnaround from red to green, selling US, buying yen. But at this point, strong US dollar continuing. We still saw it against the euro, a pound, and definitely against the yen as well. Let's have a look at the US dollar against the Canadian. Interesting here, looked a little bit different earlier. This was, you can see, a full red candlestick, which is selling US, buying Canadian. So different to the other majors where we weren't seeing US dollar strength as yet. I think that in part because of the strong correlation between the Canadian and oil prices continue to go up. Canadian dollar does strengthen. We saw that yesterday. We saw the start of that today, but now you can see the wick that's been left behind. So US dollar is fighting back. Let's go to the shorter time frame, to the hourly. And there you see the fight back, attempted fight back by the US. And then in the past hour, an hour ago, I've got a bearish engulfing candle, which is a bearish sign, but US dollar still looking to recoup the lost ground and looking up at the 140.91. That would be at the 141 level. That's what buyers will be looking at. If we see Canadian fighting back, that would be selling US, buying Canadian. Sellers will be looking down at the 140.56 support level. And there you can see for now, US dollar has fought back, but we'll see whether that can continue or if we do see further Canadian strength based on oil prices going higher. So strong US dollar to start today. We saw it on the index, we saw it against the euro, the pound, the yen, and starting to show strength against the Canadian as the US session does get underway. Good trading. I'll see you at the end of the day.